Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 23 of the Everything Motor Racing podcast. I hope you've had a good weekend. And you're back again with your host, Declan from Everything Motor Racing, and Jacob Ward once again.
Yep, back again. Sorry, guys. Unlucky.
Yeah, and if you hear a bloody dog in the background, we can't edit it out. I really apologise.
I bloody hate the dog. Like, I love dogs, but this particular dog can be punted over a fence as far as I'm concerned.
And yeah, we do apologise, but we can't actually record at any other time. And there's no way of... It's not our dog, I just want to preface
yeah, that's the thing. It's like 3 gardens over. He's a little bastard. I hate him.
Yeah, even with your window shut. Your window's wide shut, isn't it?
Yep, it's shut. And I've got my blind down to try and muffle it, and it still can be heard. So if you could hear it, just spam the chat with "fuck that dog" or something. I don't know.
Don't say that.
Not only that particular dog.
Okay, fair. I think it's more the owners, to be fair, leaving it out, whatever.
Well, I don't think they do, because it only balks at, like, set times.
Yeah.
I'll have it barking now at 11 o'clock. It must be like his final pee or something. And then I'll have it barking at 9 o'clock in the morning and 1 p.m.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's just basically whenever your neighbours realise that we're going to record a podcast,
Yeah.
they let it out.
Yeah.
Which is just nice of them.
I hate him. I absolutely hate that dog. As far as I'm concerned, I would literally like it to just take his bark box out.
I will do my best to edit it out, but obviously apologise to the listeners if you can hear it. But like I said, I'll do my best to get rid of it. But anyway, we are approaching a race weekend again, but this time it's Silverstone. It's our home GP.
Yeah.
You do not sound any sort of enthusiastic for that.
Oh, I just can't wait. I'm so excited. Especially as I haven't been able to go since 2019.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna be there, by the way, just in case you didn't realise.
Yeah, if you want to come and say hi, punch me in the face, whatever, feel free.
Yeah. Punch Jacob in the face, please. That's a good idea. Especially if you're like a
fairly
Viñales
justified.
Fan. I mean, I'll punch you in the face.
You haven't got the minerals.
Mate, you sure?
You haven't got the cojones, bruh.
But well, you're on the ride to and from the circuit, so yeah.
Yeah. Are you getting home, Deck? Ah, shit.
Crap. And my car's at yours. Crap.
But yeah, I'm because we haven't been able to go for various reasons since 2019, and the last race I went to was the rained off one.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, it's for various reasons we haven't gone. So I'm just looking forward to having the goodness of MotoGP fumes again.
Yeah, well, I'm praying, right? I've been to only 2 MotoGP races, right? And both of them have rained. I know, fake fan. And both of them it's rained.
Well, I don't want a wet race. I do want a wet race, but I don't want a wet race.
Yeah, I want a wet race. Aragon can be soaking wet for all I care, but MotoGP, no, please. Because I've been to 2 wet races now and it sucks.
Yeah, to squish it around in your waterlogged feet is just... it's awful.
It's cold, isn't it? In the grandstand, it's freezing.
It's gonna rain. Like, not sorry to piss on everyone's bonfire, but it's a bank holiday weekend. It's gonna rain.
Oh yeah, true.
It's as consistent as gravity. It's just one of those things. Like, and there's a bike race on the island that's internationally level. Yeah. It's gonna rain.
Yeah, it's always the way. Doesn't matter who, how, where you put it. It just rains. I mean, there has been a few scorches, but
yeah, it's supposed to be mad hot. So if you see me in my shorts, just ignore me. No.
Yeah, your balls hanging out.
Yeah, I'm cooling them. But yeah, like, the good thing is, because this isn't a face podcast, nobody knows what we look like.
Yeah, that's true. Although I have been recognised at Silverstone by...
Yeah, but that was because of your Everything Motor Racing hoodie.
True. This year I'll be wearing a special t-shirt that's not Everything Motor Racing, so...
Yep, we'll be wearing some very nice kit, so we will reveal all before the weekend, but yeah.
Maybe, possibly. But yeah, sorry to be rambling, but yeah, I'm really excited for it, and I want to see Alex Rins doing his around the outside overtake again.
It'd just be nice to see Alex Rins finish a race at this point, wouldn't it?
True. Did he crash out of Austria?
No, but he might as well have.
I can't remember where he finished, mate. I'm so dead to the world.
It's like top 10, wasn't he? Maybe.
Yeah, something like that. But I don't know. All I'm saying now, right, is we've had, obviously, Superbikes this weekend, and oh my god, I don't think you've seen them, but Oh my god, dude. Well,
I've seen the contact, shall we say?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the 180-mile contact.
Which Top Rack then said, "Yeah, fun."
Yeah, he said it was great. He was like, "Yeah, it's just racing."
Man's
Whereas
a fruit.
obviously we know Scott Redding was like, rah, rah, rah.
Well, when in Scott Redding like rah lately.
Yeah, because like even after the sprint race that Scott Redding won, Ray was aggressive, and Redding was like, "Oh, okay, some moves are over the line." Was Top Rack was like, "Yeah, friggin' yeah, let's go."
Yeah, well, because Top Rack knows he deals it out, so he has to smile a with and take it.
Well, that's the thing. Top Rack is used to training against Chan Onsu and Dennis Onsu and all that at Keenan Sifoglu's karting track.
Yeah.
So, they're used to being this aggressive, whereas Redding's obviously not as aggressive, which is fine. But
yeah, you can't bitch about it because there wasn't nothing that was, I would say, over the line.
No, there was obviously a massive.
There was contact, but it was more a coming together than
pretty much
a smash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, both riders weren't really too bothered by it, but honestly, this year World Superbike is the best I've ever seen it. Like, it's absolutely so good to watch.
Yeah, it's gone back to
really
the golden
enjoying
era.
it. Yeah, genuinely. Like, I mean, the end of this weekend. Sorry if you haven't seen it, and there's our spoilers. But
spoiler alert!
Spoiler! But,
you shouldn't post anything till the Tuesday.
Oh god, yeah. But like, Raya and Top Rack they're tied on points. It's been like 7 rounds, and they're tied on points. When has this happened? Never.
Yeah, first time in never, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think the official account, which has been wrong on a few posts today, I want to put out, like, Alex Lowe's points tally they got wrong. But, because, they're geniuses, whoever's running that. Well done.
Well, as I said on my meme, Ginger Stepchild.
Yeah, true, yeah. If you don't catch a reference, Dorna cares more about MotoGP than World Superbike, but obviously it's more commercially viable, it makes them more money, blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, it's just so good this year. And Redding came from, 70 points down. He's now 38 points off the title lead. He's gained 9 points this weekend or something like that. It's so close between the three. Obviously, Redding's now gone to BMW, which I want to discuss a bit later with you, just to get your opinions on it. But it's just so good this year. If you're not watching World Superbike this year, you're missing out. And World Supersport as well was fantastic.
No, SSP is the one.
Yeah, SSP's class. Domi Agata, I want to just give a massive shout out to, because he is obviously double teaming World Supersport and World Superbike and Moto E.
Yep.
And he is doing so unbelievably well. He deserves all the praise in the world for what he's doing. And he qualified. His qualifying time would have put him third on an e-Superbike grid. Yep, that's right. E-Superbike.
E-Superbike is Spanish Superbike. Yeah. Just not electric.
No, but it would have put him third place on a Superbike grid. I spoke to an e-Super Sport rider. He was just like 43s around there, and Domi went in and put a 39.5 in. Yeah, the guy is not slow, but he just deserves it. Domi's he's everybody's favourite rider, or everybody's second favourite rider. He's such.
Yeah, you can't dislike
dude.
Domi.
I don't think there is a single person on this planet that dislikes Domi.
Well, maybe a couple of people from Intact, but other than that.
Yeah. Well, no, because he races for them. What are you on about?
No, not Intact. What was the team before?
Oh, yeah, the ones who sacked him because he decided to race with another team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was mad when that happened.
But yeah, it's been quite good. Like, the best thing about it is with SSP, it's good to see Ray not dominating. Like, it's horrible to say, and Ray totally earned the dominance by being the best for years.
Yeah.
But it is good to see another challenger mixing it up, and Redding seems to have had a weight lifted off his shoulders now. Yeah,
he's like, obviously he signed this deal to race with BMW. We may as well go into it now.
Yeah, fuck it.
He's all of a sudden, he's bang up there, he's engaged to his wife to be, whatever her name is, can't remember her name, to apologise. But he's engaged, that's it, JC Hayden? I think that's her name.
No relation, sorry. I don't think.
No relation, but he's American though. But now he's engaged. His life is pretty good. And he signed this BMW deal. And he's doing well now at Ducati, and I can't see it continuing at BMW.
Well, I can.
Can you?
Yep. that BMW has so much untapped potential. Like, I've been getting so many messages. Oh, he's ruined his career. Oh, he's never going to see the podium again. He is. Simple.
I don't know, mate. Like it's not as good, You've seen Michael van der Mark going to like every race and just doing really well on the Yamaha, bang him over on the BMW, and now look at him.
Yeah, but the thing is that BM, for what it is very early in the development cycle.
Yeah.
Like, they've had to step it up a notch to compete with the new ZX10 and the V4R. As well as Yamaha somehow making that R1 work really well, but it could just be a top rack syndrome, you know what I mean? But then again, Locker's doing quite well, so...
Yeah.
But it's like, that BM it's on a less development cycle than Honda at the moment. It's got so much untapped potential. Like, this is BMW's first real shot at a winged bike. It's their first real shot at like a 220 plus horsepower bike. It's all those little things like that they haven't got experience in, and they're gonna have to feel their way in.
Yeah, I guess. And getting a guy like Redden who's got the experience he's got will be good. But I don't know, man. Like with Redding, it seems like it's on such a good level at the moment. To then just leave Ducati and he says there was a few issues and things like that, which fair enough. But it just seems like a waste.
I'm quite looking forward to hearing these issues, but if we ever do, but it's probably something along the lines of he liked the Italian better.
It's just always a way, and it's just Ducati. Problems at Ducati, never.
Yes,
never.
Wouldn't be Ducati without it, would it?
Yeah, Ducati and drama just go hand in hand.
It's the two Ds, like a Dungeon and Dragons, Ducati and drama.
Yeah, but I want to give a shout out though to a few riders. Firstly, Simon Jesperson.
Yes.
He made his World Supersport debut this weekend and Blimmin led the race at one point in the second race and was in podium contention holding off Domi Agata in race one.
Yeah.
I've spoken to him a few times, and he's so happy with how he's done. And yeah, he's said that he should potentially be aiming for a ride in the championship next year.
Well,
that's positive.
If he didn't earn it this weekend, what has he got to do?
Exactly, yeah.
Shades of Nicky Tooley.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, but hopefully not as bad as
when Nicky Tooley burst onto the scene with Carlio racing. Boom.
Podium.
Yeah.
Same race, same team as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know what he's got to do, man. Like, if he doesn't get that ride, like a ride somewhere, anyway, in the SSP Championship, he might as well just go home.
Because he's only about 20. Yeah, he's been in the rookie, he's been in the Chev, he's been in the 3 classes and stuff. He's decent, and he's got race wins now in his Superbike. He's Supersport this year. He's the Open 600 champion last year. He's coming up, and he's doing well, and
he's obviously got something.
Yeah, and another rider who's definitely got something is Andrea Lucatelli with 3 4th places this weekend, and he led the race at one point in the Superbike race, and he was so aggressive.
Yeah. He's got some plums, that boy.
Yeah, and he's just making progress every race. Every race we see him, and he's just doing better and better and better. And I really am excited to see what he does, especially if he stays in Superbikes for say the next 10 years. He's given Grand Prix a go. And maybe he chooses to stay with Yamaha and World Superbikes for the next few years. Maybe in 3 years he does a MotoGP move because he'll only be 27. I don't know, but. Because he's 24 now, but Yamaha need to keep him on their book. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of people expressing their surprise at Locker. And it's like, you don't win a World Supersport title being a bug.
You don't win a Supersport title.
You don't win any World title.
Races.
Yeah.
You won 12 races out of 15.
Yeah, you don't win the World Supersport title being a bug, but especially you don't win it in such dominant fashion by being slow.
Yeah, and another rider who has won today in dominant fashion is your boy, FA 54.
Well, hold on. We'll keep the CV talk for after.
Nah, we may as well just jump into it now.
Alright, then fuck it. Yes, Fermin.
At last. Yeah. At last. I was gutted though. I was gutted he didn't win 10 out of 10, to be fair.
I don't think it matters too much, to be honest.
In the grand scheme of things, no one will care in 5 years, but
Yeah, all that's gonna matter. Nobody's gonna know who won the race. Everybody's gonna know who won the title. You know what I mean? No offense to Alonso Lopez, but
no, it was funny to see Lopez like waving as he went past him on the straight.
they were just having fun, weren't they?
Yeah, them two. I like they're hard, them two, but they're fair.
Yes.
And both of them respect one another a hell of a lot, you know. And it's nice to see. I don't want to disrespect Lopez, but Ferdinand was lapping like 1.5 seconds quicker and slowed down to let Lopez through. And I don't want to say he handed him the win.
I think he wanted a bit of banter with him, didn't he? A bit of fun.
Yeah, but
just ride with your mate kind of thing.
Furman has won so many. If he did hand him the win or gave him, you know, it's just a nice thing to do, isn't it? You know, you've pounded your teammate into the ground a little bit. You don't have to give him the win, but you know, you don't suddenly lose a 1.5 seconds a lap yet remain on the tail of your teammate for the rest of the race and go. He went into the last corner on the last lap, and instead of going up the inside, he went on the outside. You know, you don't do that if you're trying to win a race, you know?
Yeah, it's more than anything, I'm just really happy for Team Chatty and the fact that they've not only got the title, but both their riders won a race this year.
Yeah, both their riders have proven that they are well deserving of a World Championship seat. Yeah, and obviously, I'd like to see Lopez on a Kalex, to be fair, given the fact that he got a 12th place with the Pons team on debut, you know.
That's it. You know, they are a cut above, and they like we all like Tulovic, we all like Norodine. You know what I mean? Like, but they are nowhere near the level of the two-speeder boys. They're just not.
No, not this year. You know, those two seats are going to be so hotly contested. I think obviously Alex S. Krieg will get one. He's won 10 out of 10 races today. He's only got one left to do full 11. You know, he's done really well, so I think I can see him doing one. I'd like to see a British rider on the other one, like Charlie Nesbitt or Sam Wilford. He's doing well. Maybe, what's his name? Mason Law, possibly.
Well, I think Spud would deserve it, wouldn't he? You know, winning the GP2 title, because he's going to do it, isn't he? Let's be real. Short of an absolute complete fuck up, which isn't him. No, he's going to win the GP2 title and prove he can ride a Moto2 bike.
He's very young as well, and he's already got experience in this class. You know, he's just a decent kid, and he's been handed some pretty crappy times in the last few years. It's just nice to see him come back like this, you know, and I think he could do pretty well in a good team in the Chev, to be honest. I mean, obviously it depends where he wants to go next year, but it would be nice to see. And Sam Wilford, again, another British rider doing really well. Got 7th and 8th today. You know, he's really impressive.
Yeah, Wilford's making some great progress. I think staying with AGR would be a best shout, though.
Yeah, AGR are not a bad team. They won the title with Edgar Pons. They had Joe Roberts in their team, who was getting podiums as a rookie in the class against some hot competition. You know, so
and staying Kalex.
Yeah, exactly. It's Kalex at the end of the day. I mean, the speed up is decent over European tracks, as we've seen, but in the World Championship, it's not as strong and consistent. But that could just be who's sat on it, you know?
Yeah, so it's like not a real operating window, basically. When it's in the window, it's as good as the Kalex. But finding that setup is like a needle in a haystack sometimes.
Yeah, it's difficult, man. You need the right man for the job, and Berman could be it. But again,
he is it. Let's be real.
Montoya won nearly every race last year, and now look at him.
Yeah, Yari's had some major injury problems, though, to be fair. Like, you give him a fair crack of it. Like, he's still building. Like, I do hope Yari gets another year, because he's better than he appears.
Yeah, there's been some strange blooming rumours that Romano Fenati is going to go to that team.
I fucking
next
hope
year
not.
With, who was the rider? I can't remember. I think it was with Furman.
Yeah.
You know, if that happens, mate, I'll just quit the sport forever, mate.
Yeah, Furman should end up at Aspar, though.
Yeah, well, imagine Fenati trying to fight Furman. Furman will deck him.
Oh, yeah. He's like a foot and a half taller.
Yeah, Furman
Fenati's a midget, man.
He looks like more like 21 than 16. Like, I wouldn't ID him to get into a club.
Yeah, like literally, if you come in for a pack of fags and a bottle of whiskey, I'd be like, yeah, but.
Yeah, that'd be good. Here you go. See you later.
Yeah, he is it. Like, he is the piece that speed up needs, because he's as good as Canet, and we've seen Canet up the top on it.
Yeah, Canet's what can it, you know? So
Yeah, he's a fucking excellent rider, and if you're as good as Aaron Canet, you went off bad.
yeah, you're doing well. You're doing well. And now we just mentioned British riders.
Hold on.
What the hell was that?
That's the trumpet announcement for what you're about to say, because fuck yeah.
Finally, man. Like, we have raved about him for ages. Or just go back through the episodes. We've had him on the podcast as well. Scott Ogden is a Junior Moto3 World Championship race winner.
Yeah.
And he'll probably listen to this now and be like, mate, well done, mate. Well done.
I asked him, did he cry on the cool down lap? And he went, no, I was just trying not to fuck up a wheelie.
I respect it.
But yeah, he fully deserved that win. Like, he was calculated. And I was honest. I said to him, like, I thought you cocked up the final corner.
Yeah, same. I was like, what the hell's going on there?
But then he just drove under everyone. And it was one of the best moves I've ever seen at Lorenzo Corner.
It was absolutely sublime. Like, if you have the chance, go on YouTube and just type in, like, the Chev Moto3 Repsol Race 1 at Jerez and just have a look at that last corner. Because he basically dropped back, you know, instead of hiving up the inside as many do, he dropped back and let Munoz do that. And he just picked up the pieces. No one crashed, and he just passed them all and
just held a tight line and
sublime run onto the straight and won the race. And the top three were all within a tenth of him, you know. So it wasn't like it was far off, you know. It was close, and he came out top.
Well, and fully deserved it as well. He stalked the front group and led the race, and was by far the strongest rider on the brakes. Like, you know, even Ortola is a demon on the brakes, and he couldn't outbrake him.
No, he couldn't. Like, he tried. Don't get me wrong. Ortola tried his heart out, and he couldn't.
Yeah, he just physically
couldn't.
Not Scott Ogden, fucking legend, mate. Well done.
Yeah, really, really well done. And you know, like we've said many times, you know, he is the next British rider on the World Championship. Yeah. And if teams aren't looking at him now, then I don't know what they should do, because he's fourth in the championship now. You know, he's the highest non-Spaniard in the championship. That is more than enough to grant him a World Championship ride, you know.
Yeah, it should be.
Absolutely outstanding performance, and I cannot wait to see the next few years of his career. You know, he won the British Talent Cup, and now he's coming in here, and now he's won a Junior World Championship race, which proves that the system works. It proves that, yes, you can go through the ranks in Britain, get a rider in the Red Bull Rookies, then move a rider into the Junior World Championship, like with Eddie O'Shea is doing, and build their craft, and it works. And then next year, hopefully, he'll go back into the World Championship, and it's proven that the system is working. You know, it's taken 5-6 years for it to build into it, but it's working, and it's funneling riders into the World Championship, which is what we want to see.
Yeah, like, all good things are worth waiting for. And
yeah,
this is one of them. Like, when he said on the pod, like, he's confident it's going to work. He is now he is the proof in the pudding that it works.
Yeah,
simple as.
It's just a case of time.
Yeah, like, quite literally, that to win the way he did, it wasn't even like a pick up the pieces job. It was lead from the front with confidence. Like, it was just awesome. Like, I was watching it through my eyes at the final lap. Like, genuinely, I was so nervous, and I don't get nervous watching races, but, like, you know, I actually give a shit about how he does. And I was watching through my eyes, and then when he did that last corner, I thought, oh, you know what? No, he still led the race. It's good. And then I just go tight line around, underneath everyone, and I was just like, fucking yes!
Yeah. Like,
I wanted to mention as well. You mentioned him, David Munoz.
Yeah, he's done all right. Second race win, but he's also not.
Yeah, still an absolute fucking tool for what he did to Joel Kelso.
Yeah, he just basically barged him, and he's just not learning.
On the straight, just chopping noses on the straight is not on, and he should have had more on the long lap.
Yeah,
he should have had a pit lane start for race 2. Like, it was that ridiculous.
He's just constantly doing it.
Yeah, he's just a fuckwit, and he needs to calm down. Like,
he's only 15, and he's because he's winning races. People are like, oh, you're great. But the thing is, there's
like, on the whole, he's like, I'd say he's about 90% clean. But when he isn't, he's a fucking mong. Like, he's just a complete and utter idiot. And today was over the line. Like, if I was Kelso, I'd have gone into his garage and fucking headbutted him. But good old Joel. Luckily, he was calm about it.
Yeah, he had a tough race too. You know, he basically messed up a corner and ended up way down the order after finishing second. A rider who did impress as well was Alea Bartolini.
Yeah, if he could finish a race, he'd be all right.
It probably could have won one of them, to be fair. Like,
yeah, but to finish first you must finish, innit?
Exactly. Right, I want to move on to the main talk of the show after talking bunk for about 20 minutes.
Well, some bunk. Speak for yourself, I think.
Nah, it's but you know, people want to know. People want to hear our opinions on Maverick Vinales splitting from Yamaha. Bum bum bum.
Okay. Settle in, kids, because it's time for one of our patented rants. No, I'm not going to bother ranting because we all know by now how I feel.
Yeah, I'm just glad it's happened, genuinely.
Yeah, I mean, like, he needed it, and it sounds harsh, but I'm really hoping Aprilia don't give him any more rides this season. He needs to sort his bulb out.
Well, the thing is, like, on the day that it was announced, you know, he posted on Instagram a photo of him doing a handstand and said positive vibes only. I genuinely think that Yamaha garage was full of negativity on his side. And that could have been just from within, that could have been with his team, that could have been whatever, you know. He was brought in to Yamaha to replace Jorge Lorenzo and take his reign of being the number one in the team and winning them titles, and he failed to do it. And then a rider like Fabio Quartararo has come in on the second rider in the team, and is about to, obviously we've still got loads of races left, but he's leading the MotoGP Championship comfortably. Something Maverick Vinales has never been able to do, and that has just eaten him up this year. It ate him up last year when Fabio Quartararo contested for the title. It ate him up the year before when Fabio was a rookie, got 7 or 9 podiums in one season as a rookie. You know, you can see, back to 2019, you saw this coming a mile off. But the last 3 seasons, the Maverick's been watching this. It's just come to a head now, and it's just provided him with a lot of negativity and a lot of bad thoughts from Yamaha as well, looking down on him and going, why the hell can he do it and you can't? And I think now going to Aprilia is, like we've said, is probably the best thing for him in regards to the fact that he's going to beat Aleix.
Easy though, because we all know he's mentally full of cheese right now.
Yeah.
Like, he just has fuck all between the head at the minute, which is harsh to say, but that is the case. Like, he's not making intelligent decisions right now.
Yeah, he's just acting on impulse.
Yeah, and, like, there's obviously reasons, because he's not right where he is, but that doesn't subtract from the fact that he's making silly decisions.
Yeah, of course. And he is genuinely making silly decisions.
And with that, Aprilia is... How do I word this in a way that won't piss off Noale? Aprilia is known for making some questionable decisions and not providing the support that they perhaps should to their not number one rider.
You are spot on. And the thing with Aprilia is, if you're not performing, they will boot you out. We've seen it with Scott Redding, Sam Lowes, Bradley Smith. Maybe it's their passport. But...
Well, Sava's done a great job and he's out in his year, you know what I mean?
Who?
Savadori.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's out for next year, you know.
Yeah,
maybe even out the rest of this year.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, if he, he's picked the worst possible time to get injured, because I think we'll see him on the bike at Silverstone, and I hope we don't, because it's not the right thing for him right now.
Yeah, I don't think we will. I think what is rumoured, and obviously I don't want to say anything's official, but what's rumoured is that he's going to test the Aprilia later this month at Misano. So, wait, this month? I mean, I read this month, but does that mean next weekend he'll test at Misano, or this weekend? But if he tests it at Misano this week, he could actually race Silverstone.
Well, suddenly it's all coming together, isn't it, Chief?
I can't see it happening, mate. Like, I have read, though, that he'll do some wild cards later this year. But not race Silverstone. But at the end of the day, why not get the head start now?
Yeah, there's a space. Sava's unfortunate enough to have had surgery.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be a space. The only thing they could do to take the piss more would be put Dovi on it.
Or, what's his name, Matteo Biacoco on it.
Yeah, put Bioccio on it and give him a 35-minute head start. He still comes third, like...
Yeah.
Like, no offense to Bioccio, he's still faster than I will ever be by a country mile. But in MotoGP terms, he's
Well, he's
fucked.
5 seconds off the pace. He's 5 seconds off the pace.
He's 5 seconds
we
off the
don't wanna
back of the
disrespect
grid
him. Yeah.
rather than
And,
off the actual pace.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. He's genuinely plausible if Sava can't race. I can't see them doing Dovi because the rumours also are pointing towards Dovi doing Mazzano for Petronas SRT. But the thing is, right, I want to build on that. If the rumour is Dovi will do Mazzano for Petronas SRT, the rumour is also that Binder or Viejo will do Aragon for SRT. Franco Morbidelli is meant to be back at Aragon.
Well, yeah, but
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
He's going in the factory team. Duh.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, come on,
That's
now.
what I'm trying to piece together in my head, mate.
Even fucking Stevie Wonder saw that coming, but let's be honest. He's going there next year. Get him in the team.
Yeah.
You know, get him and Fabio being mates for now until
I
one
would-
of them wins.
That team, right? Franco and Fabio in the same team. That's Yamaha 1-2s, mate. That's the title. That's the title in the bag. Maybe not this year, but next year, mate. Because
At some
Franco
point,
and
yeah.
Fabio work together like Brad Binder and Oliveira work together.
Yep, I agree. They're both basically better factory riders than the actual factory riders at Yamaha when they were in Petronas together. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
I think I don't want to. What's happened with Viñales is absolutely horrible. I just want to say that and preface this with that. But I'm so flipping happy for Franco Morbidelli because I could not bear to watch him slug around an old Petronas SRT for the rest of this year and then race for team next year again. Whilst Viñales isn't performing.
Yeah,
Nah.
he would have
Franco
had a
deserves
factory
so
bike,
much
though.
more. Yeah, he would. Yeah, but Franco deserves the factory colours. He's proven it, and like to see him not get it, it's horrible. So I'm so happy for him. If there's anything positive about the situation, it's that.
Well, that and the fact Viñales can hopefully sort his mental health out.
Well, Viñales, this thing, right? I'm going to ask you a question, right? It's a shame we don't have Gary Lee here as well to provide his amazing insight as well. And that's not sarcastic as well.
Yeah,
really
go
like
away, Gary,
Lee.
you bastard. Fucking blowing us off again. Fuck you. Love you,
Yeah.
Gary.
Love you, Gary. I like the way he explains stuff. It's good.
Yeah.
But my question is, if Viñales does do Aprilia races this year, can he win a race?
I hope not.
Really?
Aleix deserves the Aprilia win.
Yeah, fair.
The way
I was
he's
like,
busted
what?
a bollock on that, some very poor Aprilias, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And some very poor teams before they off-sorted their management out. You know, he's been in the doldrums. He's stuck with them because he obviously knows the potential of Aprilia.
And he's loyal.
Yeah, you know,
To
man's
Aprilia, at least.
man's loyal, family, and all that shit. We've said
Yeah,
it before
true.
about Aleix.
Family. What's that guy from? I've never watched Fast and Furious. What's his
Yeah,
name?
bullshit. Everybody's watched Fast and the Furious.
I've watched Fast 5 and that's it.
Well, there we are. So you've watched Fast and the Furious, you lying fuck.
Yeah, but I was on my phone the whole time, mate. I don't know.
Yeah,
All I know
yeah.
is they ripped a bank thing out of the wall and that's about it.
Yeah. Bet you they were in a notebook studying everyone on the forums.
Not you, mate.
Oh, the first one is the best film ever made, and I will fight anyone who disagrees. But
I've literally not seen it. So I don't
do yourself a favour. First one is just, it's amazing. But
know.
like everything to Aleix is loyal, family, just goodness,
Family.
you know, good vibes.
Good
Like
vibes,
I'm going to
that's
space in a Pontiac Fiero. But you know, he's been there for the bad, and now he's coming there for the good.
and I'll sack him off because that's what happens with many riders.
Yeah, I think he's being quite intelligent and ending his career there next year.
Yeah, he said like that he's gonna basically retire at the end of next year, and he's now next year the oldest rider on the grid.
Like, he's been around for a while, you know what I mean? But
And then when he retires, I think it'll be Paul Spargo or Zarco.
yeah, it'd be Zarco, wouldn't it?
Zarco, the old man, he's the old Frenchman, eh?
That was fucking awful.
That was bad,
Jesus Christ. I think you've just offended every English and every French in one go there.
Was it? Oui.
Oh, baguette.
Oh, I hate
Oh,
that.
would you like a Galois?
Oh, God.
But yeah, he will be.
Yeah.
So
The old
I
man.
would love it to see him take at least a Aprilia podium
Mm.
before he fucks off. Like,
Or at least a Blundham race win because he's never had one.
yeah, or a win. And then, you know, Lorenzo wouldn't be able to attack him on Twitter then.
True. No, just go, I've won X amount of races and you've only won one. It's like
Yeah, but people like me, so
yeah. Well, like I'm a Liverpool fan, right? And for years, right? For years, right? Shut up, you're a man. No, you're a Cardiff fan. Shut
yeah,
up,
I know my limits, but I know
you're the
we're shit.
blooming Championship.
I know we're shit. You think things are going to happen with Liverpool every 30 years? They might.
But like with Liverpool, right? It was, oh, you've never won the Premier League. You never won the Premier League. Win the Premier League. Oh, you're only as good. You've won as many Premier Leagues as Blackburn Rovers. Like, come on, man.
Still by more than quite a lot of teams, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not many people win a MotoGP race in their life. Let's be real.
Yeah. Well, barely anyone in a MotoGP race. So
not many people podium.
Do it. No one. Well, many riders can't even win a title. That's why they step back a class to win one, like Elias.
Yeah, the thing is, like, he still holds the one record that will never ever be matched now. He's the only rider to take an open podium.
Yeah, true.
Like, because we don't have the open class anymore.
Yeah,
he's the only one. So
and he's a two-time GOAT. Right, two-time Open champion. He's the GOAT of the Open.
Yeah, he literally is the Open GOAT, isn't he? But he for all of Lorenzo's records and titles, like, he's not in any history book at the moment, is he? He doesn't have the most of anything.
Lorenzo may have won all his titles, but I bet he hasn't won any Open titles.
The only record Lorenzo holds is the youngest ever rider to appear in the World Championship.
Yeah, 15 years.
And that's not a dig at Lorenzo. We know I like Lorenzo a lot. I think he's one of the best ever. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't actually hold any actual titles, like records. But I still hope he gets the podium before Mav.
You better do.
Well, it'd be harsh on him if he doesn't. But I like Alicia's I do think he would be thrilled for Maverick. Like, he's just that type. Like, you can tell he gives a shit about where Mav's head is, not just about Mav himself.
He's like a big brother to him.
Yeah.
Like, he's genuinely like he's so happy for him. They're really good friends outside of the championship, Like, I think he would be so well suited to have an Aleix in the garage with him because, like we said, he's like his big brother, They're good friends. Instead of having blooming Valentino Rossi against the garage, which, mate, like, that is sick, don't get me wrong.
Is it though?
Like, he can't really relate it to him because he's just a 42-year-old man. And then you get Fabio Quartararo next to him, opposite him, and again, he can't relate to him because Fabio Quartararo is some 22-year-old who uses weird words like, I don't know, like no cap and dead ass. And shit like that. And
you sound like such a fucking boomer.
It's Max. I'm only a year older than Fabio.
Oh my god. But that is the most forced words I've heard.
No cap. But, like, yeet. But, like, Fabio's like this cool guy who's friends with Cristiano Ronaldo and Neymar, whereas Viñales is friends of his imaginary friends,
Friends with his wife.
Yeah. And so, like,
it's a good thing.
He can't relate. Oh, yeah, definitely. But, like, he can't relate to him. Whereas Aleix, they're very similar people. And they're very emotional. Very emotional and emotionally led.
Yeah, like, they let their thing get the better of them. Like, they are both a good example of if something happens, there should be, like, a protocol in both of their garages where their wife hides their fucking phone so they can't go on Twitter.
Yeah, well,
they're both a really good example of that. Because, like, Aleix and Petrux is a while back.
Oh my god!
I wouldn't pay to see the fight because Petrux would just punch him out of his face, like. But in terms of, like, drama, like, I could watch a TV series about that.
Aleix is always at the centre of drama. Like, he's had so much drama. Like, he had drama with Rossi. He did post a photo of him and Rossi the other day, actually. But we need to mention that in a minute. But anyway, like, Aleix with Josh Brooks, Aleix with probably everybody I've ever seen on Twitter. Aleix has beef with it, and like Lorenzo, and like, oh my god!
I tell you, if Aleix ran my page, right, the amount of abuse I get, he'd cry.
Oh, pity Jacob. Oh,
I'm not complaining. I love it. Like, I love rinsing people. It's fucking great.
It is funny. But yes, I think Viñales would do really well with Aleix in his garage, and I I can see him genuinely winning a race for the team. I genuinely think this is, as long as it goes well, I want to preface this with, as long as Maverick adapts to the bike well and is going well, this could be the blimmin' best thing that's ever happened to him. But if it doesn't go well, then Aprilia will just be fucking...
Yeah, but the big thing there is, like, if it goes well, and then you think, Aprilia. Yeah. And suddenly you think, fuck, hang on a minute. Like, if it goes well, and it doesn't work. Yeah, like, quite literally. You know those two, like, circles that meet in the middle on the diagrams?
Yeah.
Does well is over one side, Aprilia is on the other. They never cross.
Oh dear. Well,
no, it's true. Like, a company the size that they are, especially with Piaggio owning them, the size of Piaggio, they should be a much, much better, like, force in MotoGP.
Well, it's because they've never really had any world-class riders. Like, don't get me wrong, they've had a hell of a lot of talent.
But you've got to pay for world-class riders, which they don't.
They've never had a world-class rider. Now is a chance to have a world-class rider. Yes, they got Dovi on it, but he's never raced it before anyone jumps on me.
I still think Alicia's world-class, to be honest.
Yeah, the thing is, right, he's world-class, but there's a difference between Alicia and Maverick Vinales. There's a level of class that they
need an alien, different. Not world-class.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Maverick's an alien, but
you know what I mean. Alien speed level he is. Let's be real.
Yeah,
he's like, one of the fastest in the world. Like Alicia just can't quite get it.
Maverick Vinales is a multi-time MotoGP race winner, and he's the only rider who they've had in the current age that didn't win a race over 10 years ago, aka Marco Melandri. He's the only rider they've had recently in the recent few years. You know, because they've had Sam Lowe, Scott Reddin,
Andrea Iannone.
Oh shit! Yeah, he's won a race, hasn't he? That's the thing, right? He could have done it.
Should have done it.
Iannone could have done it, but he got banned. If he wasn't banned, he would have won them their first race. And I will fight anyone who friggin' dares to say that against me. He was the world-class rider they needed, and they lost him.
Yep, agreed. But when you're more concerned about facelifts and like showing off your package modeling, then
that's the problem. Whereas now they've got world class, there's Alvaro Bautista and Stefan Bradl, which are great riders, but again, they're not MotoGP race winners. Or at least I don't believe our Bautista's won a MotoGP race.
Both had poles, but never had race wins.
There you go. Yeah, and they've had podiums definitely. So they've never had world class ride. They had one, and he helped to build a freaking amazing bike last year. The bike turned around and was so good last year, straight out of the block. Fantastic bike, but he never got to basically appreciate the work that he put in.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you can't. I feel really, really bad saying it, but fuck Andrea Iannone.
Yeah,
you cheat, you get banned.
Over. Yeah, it's his own fault.
You take a banned substance, you get caught. You put evidence in that is. Basically looks like it's done by a fucking 5-year-old. And you get banned for longer, quite rightly, because you've wasted WADA's time by appealing it, thinking, oh yeah, I'm just going to be able to just walk in here, say, I'm Andrea Iannone, I'm fast, and get out of here. It's not how it works, bruh.
But thing is though, he would be eligible to race now if he hadn't appealed it. That's the saddest part. He could be blimmin' on it at Silverstone.
He's a complete clown, man. Honestly, I think he's had so many facelifts, they took his brain out of his head.
He's honestly one of the most talented riders MotoGP have ever had, but he's just an idiot. If he had been the rider we expected him to have been, he would have won the Ducati title, or he'd have gone to Suzuki and done really well. But no, on the blimmin' first day, on the blimmin' the day they announced the Suzuki's and show the liveries, he ruins social media. He posts on social media a photo of his girlfriend naked under his race suit. And him in there, and just completely tarnishes all the brands all their logos on the side of the suit, and makes Suzuki, a Japanese company who are very proud, look like mugs.
Yep, and don't get me wrong, there was a lot of people who supported that decision.
Yeah.
But overall, it was the wrong call. It was the wrong call at the wrong time. It was a double fuck up.
I loved watching him on that Suzuki, and
when he actually realised he could get his job, his job was in danger, then I liked watching him.
Yeah,
but coasting through first year, half a year, it was oh wait, all you're doing is
Yeah.
fighting your team. Like, come on, bro. You're better than
Yeah.
this. It's so honestly, Andrea Lucatelli boils my piss.
He's the biggest waste of talent I've ever seen.
He is up there with like the really bad wastes of talent, like Gobert and
like
Aaron Slight. You know, all those.
Yeah, like there's obviously different levels of wasted talent. There's wasted talent that's self-inflicted. There's obviously riders who lose their lives, wasted talent, and that this isn't part of that category. Because obviously we all know Marco Simoncelli is the biggest wasted talent we've ever had. You know, but that wasn't self-inflicted. Whereas Andrea Lucatelli is by far the biggest waste of talent, self-inflicted waste of talent.
Why didn't he do something cool like drug smuggling? Instead, he got sacked for facelifts and fucking tried to cut fucking muscles, cut fat, so he looked better in pictures.
Yeah.
Are you a fucking... Is you stupid, mate?
And then what did he say? He blamed it on Malaysian meat, but then couldn't back it up because they tested the meat out of the restaurant and it was fine. And he couldn't actually tell... No, he couldn't tell them which restaurant he went to. He couldn't provide a receipt either. So they tested every single restaurant in the area, and it was fine.
Yeah, he's I think I can smell a bit of Billy bullshit there.
Yeah, because it was a drug that they put in.
Drostanolone is called. It's a fat burner.
Yeah, and it was basically like they put it in women normally for like their breasts or something else. I don't know.
Yeah, it says it can be used as a breast cancer treatment. That's right, but it's also a fat burner, and it is a banned substance. It's on the banned substance list. Exactly. If you're interested, go and look at it. It's called Drostanolone.
Is it? I thought it was Jocelyn or something.
Drostanolone. You can find the chemical makeup and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, it's an aggressive fat burner. So he was obviously trying to cut so he looked good in fucking Armani pants, like.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot. Like, imagine having all that talent and you piss it away to look good. Like, he could have modelled after, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you know, or even at the same time, you know, many riders. Yeah, Drostanolone,
yeah.
Yeah, the Drostanolone. So I'm just Googling it now. Yeah, there you go. Treatment of breast cancer. Yeah, like, why? I'm just so...
He could have done a fucking Axel Pons.
Yeah. Well, Axel Pons was a good-looking guy, you know?
Still is a good-looking boy, let's be honest.
He's a very good-looking man. Like, if I was Axel Pons, mate, I would not be short of women or modelling.
If I was Axel Pons, he'd probably fall off.
Yeah, it's a shame he's like a massive like anti-vaxxer and all that malarkey now.
Oh, it don't matter, though. He's a good-looking boy. Yeah, that'll get him through life, you know?
I'm going to go on his Instagram now and see what he's about. He's just a nutcase. Oh, yeah, that's it. He's posting, like, Nazi stuff. There's literally, like, a video of Nazis. What the frick?
Is that called, though, to be fair?
Oh, there you go, yeah. Certificate of Vaccine Identification. Yeah, I'm not going to get into, like, vaccines and anti-vaxxers.
No, but, like, you know, they genuinely could have been the Maverick Vinales at Aprilia. Yeah, like, if he was still there, where would Viñales be now? He'd be fucked.
Oh, I forgot we were talking about Viñales. Yeah, like...
He'd be fucked because he wouldn't have a seat.
No, and he'd be the man, you know. Viñales would be out, really.
Unless Aleix would have been out. But I can't see that either because I think they like having Aleix around because he's level. He's exactly what Aprilia needs.
Yeah. Everyone loves Aleix.
They don't need another fucking fruity Italian flipping their shit and kicking the fuck out of the garage, you know?
No, well, Aleix is good at that as well.
Yeah, but like he's level about it.
Yeah, that's
like it. I think it doesn't take much, but he'll go on Twitter rather than kick fuck out of a fridge.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. But I want to move on to the other news of Cal Crutchlow moving to the Monster Yamaha team for Silverstone and Jake Dixon being granted a MotoGP debut at Silverstone, which is great because I'm firstly very happy for Jake because he's obviously proven in the past that he's very good on a 1000cc. It's just a shame he's on the 2019 bike, but what are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I would just like to say to the guy who said, you say will when they ride a lot. They will ride at Silverstone a lot. Do you know something we don't? Yes, I did.
What are you on about?
Someone come on my page and said, oh, you keep saying all this stuff. Do you know something we don't know about Dixon and Crutchlow before it was announced? Because obviously we knew before.
Is this another one of Jacob Ward's "I told you so"?
Yep, my patented told you so's. Fucking suck it.
You're ripping off Jorge Lorenzo now.
I wish.
I told you. Was that from his 99 seconds? Which is, yeah, it doesn't do that anymore,
No, he's riding again now, isn't he? And probably...
Yeah, I'm sad he doesn't do that, because I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, I reckon he was told not to, because he was saying quite controversial things.
Yeah, it's Lorenzo though.
Yeah, like, it's not controversial in his eyes, but to everybody else it is. Like, especially in the world, I think he'd been banned. But
yeah,
like, some guy was saying to me, like, before it was announced, "Oh, do you know something we don't know? This is bullshit." You stupid bastard.
Yeah, like, we're not going to say stuff without having reliable sources telling us what and how. And, like, obviously, we're not going to be right 100% of the time, when there are big sources who say things that you're like, like motorsport.com saying that Marco Bezzecchi is going to Petronas, has signed a deal with Petronas SRT. I can't see that happening, mate.
No, he hasn't. Let's be honest.
No, that's the thing. So then they've screwed up. But, no one's all right 100% of the time, but we go off the information we're told. And this was very commonly rumored news anyway.
From various sources as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and like you only have to go on to like the Dorna commentary, and they're saying the same thing. So it's not like it was like a secret. It was very obvious news. But the point is, what do you think of Dixon going and making the GP debut?
Everybody's like, "Oh, I don't think the 2019 bike is the right decision." I think it's completely the right decision because there's no expectation. No, if he comes dead last, 20 seconds off the pace, you can say, "Oh, well, he's learning and he's on the 2019 bike."
Like Gerloff did.
Yeah, basically. It's
But the thing is, like, how can you gauge next year and what he's going to do next year? In the thought process of giving him a ride by giving him a 2-year-old bike and setting him to do well on it. Frankie Morbidelli, 2020 runner-up, is struggling on that bike.
But because they're not expecting him to do well on it, they want to see how he copes being thrown in the deep end. The finish. Even if he doesn't finish, it doesn't matter. What matters is his working process on that bike, how he finds the solution for that bike to enable him to go faster. As long as he consistently improves, even if he's 5 seconds off the pace on FP1, if he's then 4 seconds off the pace and come race day he's 2 seconds off the pace, that's a tangible increase in time. And he's shown improvement, which is what they want to see.
Yeah, no, that's fair at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I do agree that the improvement is there and it's good and it will be positive for him. And it's nice to see him get another chance on a 1000cc to prove what he can do because we know he's fast on 1000 and it's a British Grand Prix and we've gone from having 0 British riders on the grid to having 2, which is fantastic. It's nice to see Petronas rewarding their riders as well. It's nice to see, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to see him last. There's the amount of doubters now. They're like, "Oh, he's 19th in the championship. He's not doing very well." Like, you don't know Jake Dixon like we know him. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm like his best mate or whatever because I spoke to him like twice. And me and Jake are best mates. But like, if you followed his career, you'd know why people are raving about Jake Dixon. Like, he was good in the Supersports. I think he got 3rd in the championship, but it wasn't like, oh yeah, let's get this guy in World Supersport. He was just good. They put him on a superbike, and suddenly this Jake Dixon 2.0 comes out, and he's suddenly like something else. Battling with Leon Haslam for the championship in the British Superbike. A very young Dixon. I think he was like 22 at the time. So obviously you're gonna think, okay, this guy this age can do this. Okay. Let's move him out to a different championship, which is why he got the Aspar seat on the KTM. Struggled, did well last year before his injury. This year, with like 70% mobility on his bike, is doing a decent job. Yes, he's not setting the world on fire. Yes, he's not getting podiums. But Jake Dixon is not slow, and we've seen him excel on 1000cc's, whereas we haven't seen him excel on 600 or super sport inspired machinery.
Yeah. Like, I don't even think he'll be far off from the off because he's race fit.
Yeah,
he's gonna have Mark Woodage with him, I assume. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine he'll want a different crew chief if Brains is with him.
No.
So they're gonna have a nice. They're gonna be told the base setup. They're probably gonna use Morbidelli or Crutchlow settings just as a base.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, of
they're
course.
gonna have base setup. They're gonna be there, and Dixon does like to work. You know,
And
he's
he
not
likes Silverstone.
he's not scared of getting knuckling down. Some riders shy away from it, don't they? Like, oh, let's just change this, and this, and hopefully it works. He'd be like, oh, that didn't work. Fuck it, let's go again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, Cal has said he's spent 2 races now trying to work out how to make this bike work for him, and it's not working for him. But again, if Cal's having issues with it, Jake will probably have issues with it. You know, a 3-time MotoGP race winner having issues with it. Fair enough.
Sorry to cut you off, but I gotta just cut you off for that. Carl also has a preconceived idea of where Yamaha should be, having previously ridden it when it was a sweet bike.
Yeah, but you got to remember he did well on the 2021 bike in the preseason testing, which is what I'm trying to get at.
And also he's come from a Honda, so perhaps he's missing something. Dixon is a clean slate.
The thing is, the team and everybody knows that the bike's not there. You know, they know it's not a great bike. So I'm quite excited for it, but this whole getting riders to do their MotoGP debuts in a race weekend adds so much pressure and stress. You know, some riders do well with it. Troy Bayliss obviously came in for a random race and won. Obviously, he had years in MotoGP beforehand. Iker Corona made his MotoGP debut at 19 years old at Valencia 2019.
Yep, on the Tech 3.
You know, some
that's
riders
when SDK
do
replaced him in Moto 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. You know, some riders do well making their debuts like this. But it's a freaking steep climb. It's a steep hill to climb. But
I think Dorna should have stepped in, even like with Lecona as well. They should step in and say, make it test.
Like, yeah, give him a test at a different circuit. Like now, like we're at,
or even test on the national track. You know what I mean? Like not all the silver, just the national. You know, just
I think that'd be against the rules. That unfortunately.
Like
even though it's a different layout.
Yeah, like Dorna should just say, oh, like anyway, just say give him a test, like, but it should be mandatory.
Like at Austria, if they knew already, put him on a secret test at Austria. You know, because what is it next month, September, Ralph Fernandez and Remy Gardner will test the KTM Tech 3s from the 23rd to the 25th of September at Misano. You know, they'll get an early debut, and they're already ready for next year. You know.
Yeah, I think it should be a mandatory if they're moving them up pre-season, like mid-season. Lecona should have had one.
Yeah,
he didn't. Like it was
very
I was gonna say it was extremely last minute. Like, but like it should be mandatory, especially with this amount of notice.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if it's just on a circle on an airfield or something, just so he can adapt, and because nothing's going to prepare you for a MotoGP bike. I don't care who you are.
No. Because you got the brakes, you got the tires to work around, you got all the electronics to work around.
Yes, the carbon
I'll be
brakes.
interested to see how we can do it. I would love to see if anyone listening who is close to Dixon is listening. I'd love to see him kind of document it. You know, after every session, record a video before the session, what he's feeling, how he's feeling, go through the weekend. You know, in little bits, put it on his YouTube channel or something. I would really be interested in finding out how he's feeling it, how it adapts over, but like in detail, not just a little press release. Oh yeah, it's all right. I'm just adapting to brakes because of this. Like I want to hear him sit down and go, the brakes are different because of this and this. And,
yeah,
you know,
like they are different because they perform like this under this condition.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Nobody's gonna have a better back-to-back comparison than Dixon right now, are they? Like, let's be honest, because Dixon's going to be the only rider to have done it.
Yeah, from
this season, I mean.
Rate. Yeah, like from this season where they've split from one class to another mid-season, you know. That Moto 2, when he goes back to Aragon's going to feel so slow.
Oh, he's going to be crying. He's going to be on that straight, right? And he's probably going to be, like, singing in his head or something. I might be at the end shortly.
Yeah, like Brad Binder said, that the straights don't exist on a MotoGP bike, because by the time you've gotten onto it, by the time you've had time to think, you're already at the end.
That's why I'm
so
really
he's going to hit the
fearful.
Aragon straight and be like,
Yeah, that's why I'm really fearful about putting a Moto 2, Moto 3 rider on it at Aragon. Silverstone has straights, but not excessively long like Aragon.
You can't use all the power, yeah.
So, like,
with
it's
Aragon,
quite sensible.
Aragon's a long ass straight. Like Darren Binder, thankfully with Aragon, you know, if you run off, you could just use the other alt circuit, because there's obviously another variation of the Aragon circuit at the end of the straight. There's like a little chicane.
Yeah, but like, if like you're there and you brake where you think your brake marker is, and it turns out it's 100 meters too late, you ain't scrubbing off the speed fast enough, like, even if you go onto the alternate circuit.
Oh yeah, you can if you're on the alternate
I
circuit. Fine,
would
but,
not want to be making my MotoGP debut at Aragon, put it that way.
No,
Like that's why Qatar is such a mental thing, because it's got a hell of a straight into a massive braking zone.
Yes,
and you've got to make your MotoGP debut first time with carbon brakes at the end of that.
Yeah, because the rookies, that's this year, because obviously they couldn't do any preseason testing. That's where they made their debuts. They made their debuts at Qatar. Like, whoo,
yeah, Valencia normally is the one, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's cancelled now, isn't it? They're not never going to Valencia again. Apparently,
it's not even apparently. It was confirmed.
Was it?
Yeah, it gave me very big sad, because that used to be one of my favourite things at the season end. Seeing everybody on their new testing livery bikes at Valencia.
Yeah. And getting all the photos, you know, they're like the night before the test, and you got
nerding out.
You're refreshing it, and Alex Rins suddenly bangs a photo of the Suzuki with the sick livery that you had with the Inone's livery, you know.
Yeah, it was just bumping, and we ain't going to get that anymore. Big sad.
Big sad.
Yeah, I think Dixon's just going to be expected to work through. Like, all he has, like, imagine the coverage he's going to get right now.
Oh, mate, it's going to be all over the media. Fair play to him.
Yeah,
you know?
that's the, like, let's be honest, that's one of the main reasons why he was picked, because of his passport and the location of where they ride in.
Oh, well, there's no point putting a Spaniard on a Silverstone when you've got a guy who's done more laps than probably every rider there at Silverstone. You know, he's done so many laps around there.
Yeah, that's it. And not only that, like, people like Dixon.
Yeah, he's a very likable character. He's a good guy.
Like, he has media attention. Like, and quite rightly so, because, he's talented.
Very talented. It's just a shame that this year isn't going as expected, but that's not a reason to write a rider off.
No, like, the only negative for this now, though, is people are going to be like, why didn't McPhee get the Moto2 ride?
Yeah. Well, like, I can understand why people would say that, but Adam Norridin, who is the guy who we believe will race,
confirmed by his dad.
Father has confirmed it, Adam Norridin has raced the Chev all year long. He's a quick rider.
Yeah, he just come off a top 5, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
He's no mug. He's a fast boy. He's got Sepang International Circuit back, and he is the logical choice. Why would you put McPhee up?
He rides the team already in the Moto2 Championship, whereas McPhee would have to learn the bike again, like Jake Dixon will. But
it's pointless putting McPhee on there.
And as well, that means then they've got to replace him in a Moto3 rider. That's a lot more difficult than replacing a Moto2 rider when you've already got a rider in the team. Yes, they've got Asman, who they could put in, but he's never seen Silverstone before, whereas Norridin has.
Yep, that's it. And Asman, I said in the, once again, going back to the group chat, he's got 39 points in CV this season, Asman. 25 of them was in one race.
Yeah, it was.
Like, he ain't quite ready for me, but
not yet.
But then again, you could have argued about Joel Kelso, and he excelled.
He's won a race.
Yeah, like, so maybe going to World Championship would have been the best thing for Asman. But the fact of the matter is, it's not needed, and it's quite rightly so for me.
Yeah, well, the thing is as well, like, the difference between Moto2 and MotoGP is massive. But like Fabio Quartararo, who struggled in Moto2, like, yes, he won a race, don't get me wrong, he won 2, but obviously officially won 1. But then you put him on a MotoGP bike, and suddenly Fabio Quartararo is not the Fabio Quartararo we remember. And the same can happen with other riders. I think there's plenty of riders in Moto2. If you put them on a MotoGP bike, they could be very quick, like Xavi Vierge.
Well, I've argued Manzi. Like, no. I know you don't agree, but he is a good example of what you were trying to say.
Yeah, he's
quite clearly got some talent. Like, he can be brainless, but he's quite obviously got talent somewhere in there. And that could just be the one that he needs, but it's earning your shot, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'll just skip over that one. But
no, but you know what I mean. Like, he is the good example.
Yeah, the point is that there are riders who may not do well in Moto2, may not win races, may not be the rider you think they are, but as soon as you put on a MotoGP bike, suddenly they're a different rider and they're doing really well. I can genuinely, hand on heart, think that Dixon will do quite well.
I do as well. I don't think he'll be as far off as people are saying. And I think people have just hated him because it seems like he's got an easy shot at MotoGP, but there's no such thing as an easy shot at
He's
MotoGP.
worked his arse off to get where he is, and the fact that he was racing BSB a few years ago and is now doing a MotoGP race, that is crazy.
Aside from that, who gives a shit if he's got Dorna back in? He's earned it.
Yeah.
Same as Scott Ogden. He's earned it.
Yeah, it's not like these guys are like...
Yeah, it's not like he's just been handed to him on a platter. He's still got to, prove it earlier down the line or later down the line, blah, blah, blah. There's a reason Dorna are backing Dixon. It's because he's talented. Exactly. He's a good... he's just a good guy to have around. Yeah.
And he's a valuable asset.
Yeah, and he's a good... Do you know what he is? He's a good advert for MotoGP. He's one MotoGP rider should be, personality-wise. He's happy. He's, he never got a bad word to say about anyone.
He's just wholesome. He's a wholesome character.
Yeah, that's it. That's the word I would say, wholesome. If he was, wholesome content, he would be, a family hugging, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
No, he's a good boy, and I'm more than happy to see him get a shot, because he deserved it. He's busted his balls to get where he is.
So, moving on to Silverstone, which I know we've talked about quite a lot, but I just want to do a little preview for all the classes. So, obviously, Moto3, I'm expecting Dennis Onsu to maybe take his first win.
Yeah, that's not out of the realms of possibility, is it?
He's been mad strong, hasn't he? Really strong. I've been quite impressed with him recently, actually.
Yeah, I don't believe he's not within a shot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's Moto3, anyone can win,
Yeah, quite literally, especially at Silverstone, it's just Draft City.
Yeah.
Draft City.
Draft City. I was thinking that, man.
But yeah, I think Onchu, but of course we know Acosta's going to be there. Messia's going to be there. On current form, Fanati should be up there. Yep, it's shit, but the fact of the matter is he's fast.
Sergio Garcia as well.
Yep, Sergio Garcia. Guevara, if he can replicate last weekend.
Yeah, he's been really well at the moment, Guevara.
Yep. So, there's infinite possibilities. It's just pick a name out of a hat.
The realm of possibility is endless.
Yeah, the only one I think might not win is, very unlucky guys who don't get to the start and go with the lead group,
Yeah, I know what you mean. So, prediction.
Okay, do you want me to go first, or?
Yeah, because I can't remember who's in the actual championship. So.
Well, Garcia won.
Yeah.
You've got to feel Acosta's another. It's going to suit him down to the ground.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to...
I am going to go Guevara at third.
Wait, hold on. I wasn't ready, bruh. Right, so...
Garcia, Acosta, Guevara.
Guevara, okay.
He made a big step in Austria.
Yeah, no, he did well, genuinely.
Yeah, so I don't see, I think I was expecting too much too soon of him, perhaps early season.
Just a bit.
But again, the way he's worked he's still a fucking brilliant rookie. Just Acosta's moved the goalposts.
It was like a girl, isn't it?
So yeah, I think now he's starting to take that step.
Yeah, genuinely, I agree. He's doing really well. Myself, I'm going to be boring and go Acosta and the Garcia as well, but I think Dennis Onsu's going to do it.
Yeah.
To get another podium.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, put it that way.
No, he's doing really well, and credit where credit's due. He's absolutely fantastic at the moment. Fair play to the kid. He's only 18 as well, so he's got a lot of time to give as well. He's probably got 2 more years left in the class, so...
Yeah, he's finally catching Chan and size as well, so...
Yeah, and then Keenan...
You're not going to be able to nudge him offline as easily now.
No, and then Keenan's going to ship him off to Supersport, and we'll never hear from him again.
Oh, poor Chan.
I know, it is a shame.
We should start a GoFundMe, shouldn't we? To send a search party out for Chan, aren't you?
Yeah, where is Chan Onsu? Because I think if he had stayed in Moto3, I think he could have genuinely been decent. But obviously, he got screwed over that year. Right. Moto2. Is Augusto Fernandez going to do it again?
No.
4th podium in a row. Is he not going to do it?
his teammate is.
Sam Lowe's, okay. So, well, yeah, I mean, it's home advantage, I guess. And he's quite excited for it.
Lowe's is one of those who can properly raise his game at home.
Yeah, it's just a shame he couldn't do it all year long,
Yeah, if it was British Championship, he'd be quids in,
Mm-hmm. From a BSB and he'd win every race,
Yeah.
like his brother.
Yeah, I see no reason it wouldn't be Lowe's. Remy and Raul are the two obvious other ones.
Although Remy struggled the last few races, hasn't he?
But that's what I was going to say. I think Augusto will be on the podium with him.
Ah.
And of course, you've got the Asian talent team threat of Mr. Guru as well.
And his teammate.
Well, no, Chandrasad is going to ride for the year now.
Yeah, of course.
Wait for the next one now, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Is Dorna classified one ride of the year that's good?
Yeah.
To give him the championship.
He got a turbo.
Yeah. Dorna have added 10 cc to his bikes, now he's doing alright.
Yeah. Now he's now they're going to take it off him and give it to someone else.
I think we're going to see a surprise though, genuinely.
Who though?
I don't know, mate. That's why it's called surprise.
I see. Silverstone's a fucking tough track.
It is, but that's why you get surprises.
It won't, because the cream has been rising to the top all season in Moto2, and that will continue.
Mate, Tony Arbolino, top 5. Lorenzo Dalla Porta better finish his freaking race.
But you'll qualify really well, then fucker.
Yeah, you'll qualify 5th, and then I'll be it, and then.
Oh, by the way, Dennis Foggia, he's not going to finish.
What?
Dennis Foggia isn't going to finish because he.
Oh yeah.
We should have said Foggia.
Why?
No wait. Like we should have mentioned him in Moto3 because obviously he got on the podium last time, didn't he?
Oh yes. Yeah,
so now with the pattern, he's not going to finish, or he's going to finish outside the points.
Yeah, he'll get no points now this time.
Yeah. So it just came to me. But yeah, like if Arbolino gets top 5, some people are going to flip their shit, aren't they? But nah.
Well, he's already had one P4, so
Silverstone is a track that really makes talent shine, and unfortunately in Moto2 that's already happening.
Yeah, that is true. So, what are your predictions?
Augusto, Sam Lowe's, Raul Fernandez.
Okay. We have the Fernandez boys on the podium.
Fernandez X2.
Yeah. Myself, you know what? I'm going to get ballsy, right?
Joe Roberts, Cambobia.
I'm not that ballsy. Lorenzo Dalla Porta. It's going to happen.
Tell you what, though, I might regret not adding Bez into it.
There we go. So, Lorenzo Dalla Porta, Bezzecchi, thanks, Jacob. And the front row starter at the track, if you've done your research and have a good memory. Remy Gardner on the front row. He's going to get a podium. Yeah. That's my prediction.
I think it's like a flip the coin with the IO boy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is pretty much. Right. And then MotoGP. We've just seen Brad Binder win a race. A bit of a fluky race.
Let's be honest. The podium is going to be Cal Crutchlow, Jake Dixon, and Valentino Rossi, innit?
No, John McPhee is going to somehow win a race on his Moto3 bike in MotoGP.
Oh my god, imagine the scenes. McPhee just fucking rocks up into Petronas, throws Dixon off it, and just nicks it.
He just goes on his second bike.
There are 2 Jake Dixons on the track. Oh
my god. Yeah, and McPhee's just changed the numbers out to 69.
Yeah, just a big middle finger icon.
Yeah. He's like, wait, but like, podium. It's gonna be Fabio, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's gonna be Fabio. He's just so good this year.
Yeah,
so
he
good.
Is the class of the field, isn't he?
He's absolutely fantastic, and the thing is, everybody loves him. He's genuinely like the next Valentino Rossi, not in terms of results, but in terms of like the personality.
Yeah,
he's definitely like the guy. Everyone goes, that guy's sick. With his little celebrations, his golf celebrations and stuff like that, and hanging around with Neymar, Ronaldo, millionaires, and yeah, he's just a cool kid, isn't he? He's just It's a legend.
Yeah,
And so everyone
some
loves
kid,
him. Like the fans, I expect to see so many Fabio Quartararo fans when we go there.
are still going to be a sea of yellow, especially
Of
because this is last year.
Mate, they'll be sea yellow for years to come.
Yeah. Like everybody's just going to not pay fucking 55 quid for a Fabio t-shirt anymore, so they'll just say, oh, I'll just stick with the Rossi shirt.
Yeah, that's it. And just Fabio cap because they're cheaper.
One surprise I am expecting, though, is I think KTM are going to be up there. Because we all expected Austria, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
But this is another track I think will suit the KTM as well.
I think we're going to see Zarco do it. Zarco's going to...
If any Ducati's going to win, it's going to be Pecco.
And he's going to backflip in front of us.
Well, I've already seen that. I don't want to see it again. I want to see a Pecco win now.
Wait, you've seen him backflip in front of you?
Yeah, literally.
What?
2016? What was the year Petrucci came second just behind Rossi? 2016, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Zarco won the Moto2 race and he came and did a backflip final corner right in front of me. I've got it on video.
That is sick.
Yeah, I've got it on video.
I want him to do a backflip and then hand me his helmet and go, Declan, you ride my bike.
I am passing the torch.
I pass it. It's just a freaking baguette. I pass the baguette.
Yeah, take my baguette under my back. Sorry if you're French and listening.
Yes.
Well, not that sorry, but
quite xenophobic. Yeah, it's just like, you ride my bike now. And I
must go for a smoke.
I must go for a sheet. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. But yeah, I think
he's good. He's good, like.
Yeah, I think Pecco will have one this year. Silverstone, though, I don't know. It's just too twisty, isn't it? And turny and curvy, and it's like a plus size model. A bit curvy.
Bruh. I'm so glad no women listen to this, or you'll be in trouble.
What? A plus size model is literally someone who's curvy.
Yeah, but you can't say it.
Well, guess what? I did.
Angie! Ravel. Cancel culture.
You twat.
But, like, if Pecco negates a lot of the Ducati's weaknesses for me with his style.
Can make it turn. He can actually make it turn. So can Jorge Martin. Can Martin get a podium?
Yes. I'm going Jorge Martin.
Oh, okay.
He's cracked it.
He is freaking on fire, that kid. Really impressive.
Man's cracked it, hasn't he?
Yes. So, what are said predictions, Jacob Ward from Now Moto?
Jorge Martin, of course.
Of course.
I'm going to go Fabio.
Oh, really? Wow, I wouldn't have guessed Fabio.
Bold, I know.
No.
And I'm going Miguel Oliveira.
Oh, okay. Interesting. You're not saying Jake Dixon, mate?
Well, I mean, he's going to be in another postcode, isn't he? Like, quite literally, he's going to be on Donington.
Go to the wrong track. What the hell's going on there?
This is easy, I'm first.
God, it just turns up to those, like, cycling races Redding's doing. He's like, MotoGP's a bit different, okay, no.
Yeah, it's not as quick as I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
That'd be a hell of a press conference, wouldn't
it? Yeah. Right, mine, right. Going a bit ballsy. Balls to the wall. A bit, oh no, I can't think of the joke that everyone's saying at the moment. But, Fabio Quartararo, mate, putting it all on the line for that one. All on the line.
I don't know where you pulled that out of your ass, but...
Literally, like, I am, stunned that I could even think.
I think I know what you're going to say, though, as well, and I'm not sure about it.
Are you
going to talk about a certain orange man?
Yes, Paul Espargaro, mate. Yeah, he's going to do it.
That's who actually I was thinking, Paul.
Fuck off.
Yeah, genuine.
No, you weren't. No,
I wasn't. Nobody's talking about Paul on that Honda.
No way, I'm thinking that. No way.
Nah, like, I think Mark is still too weak for Silver.
Nah, Mark's going to do it, mate.
Physical track.
Mate, Mark's going to bang it like those Red Bull models, you know what I'm saying? He's going to do it. He's going to get on the box.
Disclaimer, I have never physically seen it, but yeah, he's smashing the Red Bull models.
Yeah, well, obviously.
What would do?
Mate, it's Marc Marquez. Come on, he's not exactly struggling, is he?
You know, like on the Sidemen Tinder videos, I'm KSI. He could just go, I am Mark Marquez.
That little literally. Yeah. Sorry, who are you? I'm Mark Marquez. Just swoons. Let's go. Yeah, so Mark Marquez on the podium, not Paul Espargaro.
Asparagus, yep.
I did write somebody's name. I think it was Tito Rabat. I can't remember.
Tits Rabbit.
It's Rabbit. No, we can't say that because of his previous experiences at the circuit.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. Pecco Bagnaia, I think. But
The only wild card, so to speak, that I'm thinking. I think Juan Mir might do some damage as well.
that's what I thought as well. Genuinely, that was a tough one because he has been on fire with that
Now
that
they've
new
got a ride
device.
out. Yeah.
That new device, mate, that is a game changer.
They said it could add up to 0.4 seconds a lap, and everybody laughed. They weren't laughing after Austria.
Both Austrias, you know. But
Yeah.
Fabio, like, has proven that he can do it. Doesn't matter what circuit it is. So
Yeah, Fabio Chiu's Potaro. He's not
He's
bad,
the-
that guy.
champion to be. He's
Yeah,
got one
you
hand
literally-
on it.
Yeah, it's about time and all.
Yeah,
like,
bloody hell. Finally win a
since-
title.
But no, I mean, like, the promise he showed in 2013 and 2014,
Yeah.
like, you expected him to dominate MotoGP for years to come, and it just didn't happen.
No.
For one reason or another, it just didn't happen in Moto3 and 2.
Somehow still gained a MotoGP ride.
But it's literally, you saw on the Petronas documentary, didn't you? Rosali just sort of shut his eyes and went down the list. Like,
Yeah. Legit. It's a
I'm
weird one.
not, that's not a joke. Like, if you get a chance, watch the Petronas documentary. He literally just picked Fabio's name out of a hat.
Do you want to know the weirdest thing about that year? When they were trying to get their Moto2 riders, when they hired Alex Marquez.
Mm.
And even I think they either confirmed it or it was like signed but non-confirmed, but everybody knew about it.
Yeah.
And then Yamaha blocked it. They had blocked Alex Marquez.
Lynn Jarvis is a bit of mint, isn't he?
Yeah, no Marquez will ever ride a Yamaha.
The thing
Yep.
is, though, Marquez is going to outlive you, Lynn, so that might have been
yeah.
a shit move, mate.
You say he's going to outlive him?
Yeah, as in, like, MotoGP paddock, because I can't see Lynn Jarvis having a job much longer myself.
I can. It's Lynn Jarvis, mate. He's a goat.
Go to being a cock.
Right, anyway, moving on from Jacobs. This is why, right, I just want to proclaim, this is now Motos speaking, not everything motor racing. I do not share these views. Lynn Jarvis, you are the
I do
goat.
not share these views on camera.
Hey, that's not true. I'm going to edit that out. You bastard. Bloody bastard. Screw me
See that
over.
bus that's coming? I just chucked you straight under it.
And I'm innocent as well. I'm like, I don't know, who's someone innocent who died?
All of Pakistan, I don't know.
Definitely not Epstein. He was definitely guilty.
Steve didn't kill himself.
No, he didn't. Yeah, now we're just rambling. I think it's time to end this podcast.
It's true, though. Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah, that is true. Now, yeah, to end on that note, Epstein didn't kill himself, and I do actually like
No,
Lynn
I
Jarvis.
didn't know. But, yeah, to actually, like, genuinely end on it, though. Obviously, we'll be putting up a few bits and bobs when we're at Silverstone, at the circuit, etc.
You're not free to talk to us.
Yeah, like, if you want to talk to us, you have to come through our minders, obviously.
Yeah, you have to speak to Gary at Pro 53 Limited.
Yeah.
If you want to speak to us, because obviously you've got to get special access to us now that we're royalty, you know. So.
But yeah, we're going to be putting loads of bits and bobs up throughout the weekend.
Well, I might.
Just
You
stick
will
to-
be. I'm not.
Stick to our social medias, and if you come and speak to us and you expect to be looked down on, be like, who do you approach, be peasant? But other than that,
Basically, all you got to do, if you want to know which ones we are, look for the really unbelievably sexy guy and the fucking munted Welshman, and you'll know exactly.
no,
which
look
ones
for the
we are.
really good looking guy and the guy next to him with the Everything Motor Racing hoodie on.
I'm not wearing that, mate. That shit's clap now. It's out of date, that one. It's got everything but a GP on it.
Everything Motor GP, yeah.
No, I ain't wearing that, mate.
But if you're about and you want to chat, even if it's just 2 minutes or just to say hi, give us a message.
Yes. Oh,
Like-
and
It will depend on how good looking you are whether we reply, but that's by the by.
yeah. No, it's not.
It's not.
Right.
It's not.
And to end on a very nice note as well, congratulations to Valentin Debise, who is the 2021 French Supersport champion, and he currently leads the Superbike Championship as well.
Okay.
So yeah, well done, Valentin de Beast, because he's a freaking hero. I love that guy.
Yeah. He's
Like, oh, do you remember his Let's go off challenge again. Do you remember his blooming eyesight at Daytona?
I do not.
What?
I was on the one where he just went to the moon.
Yeah, that was the one we went freaking flying.
Where he literally like went up in the atmosphere. Glad he had a helmet on.
Yeah, I literally saw a video of it literally yesterday, and I was like, oh my god! Like I saw it. Like, don't get me wrong, I've seen it, but oh my god, it just never gets easier every time you watch it.
Because he was a decent Moto2 rider.
He was solid, mate.
He's not brilliant, but not shit.
Well, he did the World Supersports the other week. He was decent. He's just a good rider.
He's just a good all rounder, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got talent, you know. Solid guy. Maybe he's got a decent future.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, time to end. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Next weekend's episode will probably be a bit late because, you know, we might be at Silverstone.
Well, we will be at Silverstone.
Yeah. Well, if it's raining, I'm not going. But if I'm not, mate, I'm not sitting outside.
Are you like the fucking witch on the Wizard of Oz who melt in water or some shit?
Yes, mate.
Fuck me, man.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast. Next week's will be a bit late, like I've said. But we hope that you are listening, whoever this last person is that is listening. I'm watching you.
Yeah,
anyway,
poor guy.
Yeah. Goodbye for another week.
All right, nice one. Cheers, guys.